Hello again, friends. This is a part 2 of yoga for cyclists. This one has a little more movement in it. So on a day when you want to pump your energy up a little bit more, pre or post cycling, this is the one for you. So again, it's going to be a short tutorial to speak to the body of a cyclist. So when you're ready, let's come from standing. Inhale the arms up, stretch it out. Exhale, hands to heart for a moment of breath centering. So as thumbs touch the sternum, begin to focus on the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out. Always centering ourselves in the breath at the beginning. And then when you're ready, let's draw the chin toward the chest, keep the eyes open. We'll step the legs apart a little. So a little wider than hips width distance. And from here, let's reach the arms up one more time. Big stretch and take a swan dive. Release. Feel that awesome stretch already in the hamstrings. Hold the elbows for a breath. One more breath. Now bend your knees, sink your hips in line with your knees if possible, and bring your hands up onto your thighs, squeezing the scapulas toward each other as the elbows point toward the ceiling. Press down and rise up. Easy does it. All the way up. And we'll come up to straight legs, wrap the arms around behind the back and clasp the hands if possible. It's a great place to hold a strap, or you can even just hold your elbows if it's too hard to get your hands together. Roll your shoulders open, let the heart look up, let the hands sink, and then take a forward fold, letting the hands rise up above the body. Releasing the weight of the head, smooth breath flowing in, smooth breath flowing out. On your exhalation, release your hands down and just notice how your shoulders feel now, even after that one short little stretch. Then walk your hands around your right foot, turning your right toes toward the long edge of the mat and letting the left heels drop back behind you. Both legs straight here. This is pyramid. If you need to soften a knee, feel free to. So remember, we remove competition. We remove expectation. We remove judgment. So releasing the weight of your head downward, pouring out over this front leg. Soften your front knee an inch or two, maybe 3 even. Press down into both feet. Pull the floor apart between the feet. Feel your muscles fire up. Stay for a breath or two, pulling the floor apart between the feet. And then on your next inhalation, we'll straighten the leg. One more breath here. Plant the hands. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Draw the back knee to the ground. And we'll rise up in a low lunge. And sweep the hands down. From here, reach your heart forward. Pull back on the floor with your hands. Lengthen. Feel all that wringing out of the right hip crease, stretching out of the left quad. And then we'll walk our hands back, rolling into the heel of the right leg, pouring forward for half splits. Explore the depth for you. Big hamstring stretch. Roll back in to the right foot, plant your hands, lift your left foot, right foot steps back, plank pose. Exhaling, lower halfway, elbows drawing in toward the body. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Rooting into the hands, rooting into the balls of the feet, letting go of the weight of the head. Down dog can feel so good after a bike ride. Bend your right knee deeply, pausing. Rise up high onto the tiptoes, sink both heels. Bend the left knee deeply, take a pause. Inhale up high onto the tiptoes and sink both heels. Tail is high, heels are low, hands are rooted. And 2 more breaths here if you can. Let's raise our right leg into the sky. Sink the left heel. Now sweep the right foot up between the hands and lengthen forward through the crown of the head. Step the left foot up between the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing in mountain. Floating hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, sweep the arms down to go up. Big forward fold, leading with the heart. Swan dive, stretching out the back, release the weight of the head, and we'll step the right foot back for pyramid. So it's a shorter stance than down dog. It's about 2.5 to 3 feet apart, depending on your frame. You can decide how deep or how far apart to go by how far apart you can be while still having both feet on the floor from tips of the toes to the heels. So reaching your head forward, reaching your heart forward, both toward the foot. Then bend the front knee, press into both feet, pull the floor apart between the feet. As if you could stretch out the mat like taffy. One more breath. And then straighten the left leg, releasing the weight of the head, pyramid pose. And on your next exhalation, root into both feet. Let the weight of the head go a little more. And plant your hands. Step your right foot back. And pausing in your lunge, we'll draw the right knee to the ground. Rise up in the low lunge, reach. This can be straight up and down, or you can dip your hips forward for a nice back bend. Your choice. And on your exhalation, hands come to the ground. Straightening out the front leg, rolling into the heel of the front foot, reaching your heart still forward toward the foot. Big hamstring stretch in half splits. Pausing here. Now on your next exhalation, we'll roll into the ball of the foot, plant the hands, lift the right knee, and step the left foot back, plank pose. So the distance for plank pose is when your wrists are directly under your shoulders and your legs are out straight, head is in line with spine. So from here in plank pose, shift forward on the toes, elbows draw back toward the waist as you lower half. Inhale, upward dog, rolling right through the toes and rolling back through the toes to downward dog. So that rolling through the toes motion can be so awesome for your feet. Sometimes get neglected as they're just spinning around and around and around on your bike. So let's look at that one more time. Let's try. Bend your knees in down dog. Shift forward to plank. Lower half. Inhale, watch the toes. Upward dog. And roll through the toes again, downward dog. It's an awesome massage for the feet. So from here in downward dog, we're gonna wrap up with one of my favorite poses. Well, we're already in it, it's down dog, but we're gonna do this pigeon dog. So lift up your right foot, plant your right ankle above your left knee. Press the ankle into the knee, push the floor forward so that you bring yourself back into down dog. And flex the right foot, open the toes, drop the right knee back as much as you can. If it needs to stay forward, that's okay. When you're ready, play with bending the left knee. Such a great stretch. You can bend it a little or a lot. The shoulders are stretching, legs are stretching. You're breathing smooth, flowing breath. And then begin to straighten the leg out. Send that right leg up into the sky, bend the knee and stack the hip. Sink the left heel. Yep, and then straighten the right leg, plant the right foot on the ground. Release the weight of the head and shoulders downward. Now we'll send our left leg into the sky, sink the right heel, reaches that left leg way up. We're catching up from before. We didn't get this side before. Reach through that left foot, sweep the left foot up, and then we'll bring the right foot along, releasing all the weight of the head and shoulders downward. One more breath. So keeping your head beneath your heart a lot for this practice today. We're reversing everything, right? So just giving you a new perspective and also reversing the flow of blood and fluid in the body. It can be really calming before or after a ride. Plant the hands and we're going to step right back into plank. Lower half. Inhale up dog, rolling through the toes and rolling back through the toes to down dog. Release back into the pose, rooted in the hands, rooted in the feet. And now we'll send that left leg back up into the sky, bend the knee and stack the hip, reaching that foot way over to the right. As far as feels good, pointing the knee toward the sky, rooting into the hands. Still breathing, smooth, flowing breath. On your exhale, straighten out the left leg, and we're going to float the left foot down to the ground. Take the big toes together, knees apart, child's pose. Taking a breath to come out of the shoulders for a moment. It can feel really good to give them a little stretch before we wrap up. So we'll bring 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't have them, I know you can figure out something else in your house that you have that will work. Let me think about that for a minute. Some books, some really big books. I think we have any of those anymore. If we're not all relying just on the internet. Bring your knees closer together so you're sitting on your heels. Another great stretch for your feet is to sit with the toes tucked in lightning bolt. Big stretch for the feet. So if you're ready for that, if not, untuck the toes, no problem. Hero pose. Hero pose. So we'll set up our blocks high, just like so. And then bring the elbows to the blocks. Let the head drop between. You can walk your elbows farther forward and just let the head hang. Big stretch for the upper arms. Hands in namaste if you like. And stay for a breath or 2. Almost there. Stay with me now. Give your body the time to really be in these shapes. And then when you're ready, we'll come up, removing the blocks, coming back into down dog. Reach forward, turn the toes under, down dog. We'll get that other side for pigeon dog. And so, I believe it's left knee or left ankle on right knee this time. Sink in the right heel, drop that left knee back, root into the hands, push the floor forward. Just explore your way in, taking your time. You can shift forward a little, shift back. Just each side is different. For some reason, this side feels totally different for me. So drop that left knee back, not as just plain good. This one's crunchier. So as you're ready, begin to bend the right knee. There it is. Pressing forward through the arms. Staying as long as feels okay to you. And feeling okay means your breath is still flowing smooth and even. One more. And then when you're ready, straighten the leg. Release that leg up into the sky. We'll stack it one more time. And unwind. Left leg to the floor. Get your right leg up. Stack it one more time. Rolling. And wind it down. Knees come to the ground. Have a sit. And as you sit up tall, rest your hands on your knees. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Let's sweep the arms up. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind, easy seated twist. You can soften, looking back towards center, softening the shoulders toward the front, and then exhale, deepen again. Inhale the arms up, opposite side. And rolling toward the front. And back into the twist. Coming out. And there you have it. Just another way to use yoga to support your cycling fun, your cycling work, whatever you call it. Thank you so much for joining me for this snippet for Yoga for Cyclists. I'm going to bring you one more in this series of 3. And so hope you enjoy. Leave me a comment if you do. Namaste.